I was thinking about earlier today is that I've always been like fascinated by you and Bibby, but then I've actually been around Bibby like 10 times just in the studio with Juice because he just always stayed posted up in there with him.
Yeah.
But how did you guys meet him?
How do we meet Juice?
Yeah.
We met Juice through my DJ right here.
Okay.
My DJ. Literally, I met Juice. I met him first through my DJ. My DJ knew him for a long time, probably, probably a year or some months. However long he knew him. He was playing his music, the record, the All Girls record, All Girls Out of Same. And when he played, I'm like, man, this shit hard. This kid hard as fuck. And I called him to the studio to do the record and shit, And I got a company and shit. I was gonna sign him. I'm like, man, this was before I dropped Swerve. I'm in the process of doing that, and Shorty hard. Like he wanted to keep, like if you get him, you gotta go now.
So you knew as soon as you saw it, like this shit's going up.
Yeah, hell yeah, I knew he was gone already. So I'm like, man, shit, this shit. I called him to the studio to do the record. We did the record and shit. And then we just started fucking with him. I introduced him to Bibby and his brother. And then we was in L.A. Then he came out to L.A. another time with Bibby and his brother, and they started fucking with him. Cuffed him up, and then like 30 days later, he had went and did the deal with Interscope and shit like that. But we knew from the get, like, he was gone,
Right. Yeah, it's pretty interesting because it's like people see you coming from a very specific place music-wise in terms of what you're into and shit. People wouldn't. There's been multiple. I was talking to Joe Budden. I mentioned like G Herbo and Bibby. Those are like Juice's dudes, and his jaw dropped. He's like, for real? He's like, this is why I need you around me. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but like
a lot of people probably don't know that.
Yeah,
like that's our little brother. Like he won us for sure. Like 100%, he won us for sure. But it's crazy. Like 3 months ago, nobody knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? I knew that he was and he could and he was gonna blow. And he could be a star, like this big star. Exactly what he is today. I knew he could be that, but I didn't even think it could happen that quick.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You feel me? It really wasn't too much work you got to put into it because he worked. Kid worked. He do a lot of music and shit. So he already had music. You just go play it for the right people.
Yeah, because there was one day where I was here and I just had him come through and he met me. But then I realized Dante Ross was here. He was trying to holler at him too. And then Cole Bennet came later in the day and I'm like, yo, Cole, I'm about to put you on this shit, this Juice Wrld shit. He's like, man, shut the fuck up. I've been on. He's like, I'm shooting that video next week.
Yeah. He shot Juice Wrld first video.
Yeah, I tried to put Cole on. He already had it.
Cole from the crib. He gonna be on everything, man.
That's crazy though. It's like, does that ever make you feel like shit? The face of rap music is changing a lot. When the hottest videographer in Chicago is a 21-year-old white boy, and the hottest artist is an emo singer,
a 19-year-old emo singer from Chicago. That's crazy. Yeah, that's it changed. Man. That's the beauty of it. You can win off solely being yourself. You know what I'm saying? People don't like. I was just playing with one of my homies at Lala. I was talking to Cole. We was talking shit, playing and shooting some videos and shit. Cole real, he cool. He fuck with us heavy. So I'm talking to Cole and shit. And one of my homies was like, who is that? He know Cole Bennet. Everybody knows Cole Bennet, the videographer, but people don't even know Cole. Like, they don't know how he look in person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy, man. I'm like, yeah, you don't even, like, when I told him, like, that's Cole, he like, damn, people don't even know that. That was crazy to me. Like, damn, people really don't even know who he is. And he one of the hottest videographers in the world right now to me.
There's a lot of people who are kind of, I'm going to just mention Joe Budden again. I had to explain Joe Budden. I had to explain Cole Bennet to Joe Budden the other day too. And he was like, man, you know about mad shit I don't know about. I'm thinking, man, that's crazy as shit to me because that seems like such a, like the Lyrical Lemonade shit been so huge. But at the same time, like, I guess if you're really, really mainstream, he hasn't had that like one thing that's just made everybody necessarily check for it if you're sort of on a more adult level.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Like, he on a more adult level, so he not really checking for nothing that's not all the way mainstream. Like, if the shit ain't TMZ 24/7, he probably not gonna know about it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And that's cool, but it's a whole other world going on somewhere else where it's a lot of shit out here. Like, it's people still, to this day, I'm not up on, it's a lot of people. And with the music game, it's a lot of people who, like, you would just be getting up on him and he got 30 million fans. He's selling out worldwide. This nigga's a multi-millionaire and you just not figuring out who he is,
And the crazy
a lot
shit
of that
is
going
that
on.
you guys are like pretty much the first generation to do. Well, I don't know the first generation, but the first generation of dudes in my mind, at least at Chicago, who like made a name for themselves without having to get signed right away, just basically using the internet.
Yeah, like when the internet wave was super big, and it like when Keith came out, that's when I feel like music just exploded. Like I wasn't even really big on music. It was just Wayne, Jay-Z. You know, we listened to the shit that come out on the radio, watching videos on MTV. You know, I was still like in the streets. I knew how to rap. I was playing basketball, you know, but like when Sosa came out and we was doing what we was doing, you know, just when the internet and all of that wave, we definitely like me, Sosa, Louis, Baby, like all us were like the first, you know, people to come like out and buzz, but we was still underground, you know, like I was never feeling like I was mainstream or none of that, you know.
But then the Juice World type shit, like it goes
Shit
from
like that go from 0 to 100 quick.
to the point where like I feel like almost anybody I can mention Juice World to that they're gonna know what I'm talking about.
Fucking right.
That's a weird feeling because
That's
it
crazy.
wasn't like that a couple months ago.
Yeah, hell yeah, like anybody, and you know what's funny? We was in New York, bro. This shit it was funny as fuck. My homie right there, we was in New York. We was at Shake Shack. It was, you know, all us out there, me, Baby, Juice Wrld. And there was this kid. It was a black kid. He was probably like 15, but he had on basketball gear, like he coming from basketball practice. And he looked, but I'm in my phone, you know. So I think he noticed, like, it's me and Juice Wrld right there together, you know. And I'm looking at my phone. I see like his jaw drop, you know, his mouth. I'm thinking he coming to get a picture or something, say, you know, shake my hand. He come directly to Juice Wrld. I'm like, damn, I forgot this nigga is lit, like overlit. You feel me? I forgot. You feel me? I ain't gonna let shit happen so quick. I'm not knowing everybody in the world know him already. You feel me? Like that shit was crazy. I'm like, damn, I forgot this little nigga lit. I knew he was lit, but it'll slip your mind so quick.
I mean, there's been a few clips I've seen on World Star and shit of Juice performing where there's just so many people singing along, and I'm just like, what? Like I thought he was lit, but I did not know it was anything like that.
Yeah, he on tour right now. It's crazy. Every day, crazy.
Yeah, I just seen him sell out the Novo the other day.
Yeah, that's literally like overnight sensation. Nobody never seen nothing like that. You know, like, but we knew it was going to be that. You know, but we just so mind blown off of how fast it's happening. Like this shit happening like a real lightning wave, like a shock wave is hitting the entire world quick, you know.
Do you like directly fuck with his music like that? Like, is it your style of shit, or do you just see it as like, this is something that I can understand all these kids are gonna fuck with, but it's not really my thing?
No, I fuck with 100%. I fuck with all his music, and he got different styles. I fuck with that. I fuck with like knowing like this is music the same way like I am guidance, or like I am that for the streets, for people in the streets to understand and relate to, you know, and be able to look for and get guidance and help with their situation. He is that for emo kids and kids who go through other stuff with drug problems and bullying and cyber abuse, all that, and all in one, and heartbreak and all the teenage emotions, everything, all of that, everything that teenagers and high schoolers go through, because he's only 19 years old.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, when I listen to him, it reminds me of the emo shit that I used to listen to when I was in high school, and I could just see how if that had existed at that time, that I probably wouldn't have felt the need to be into a band.
Right.
You know? Kids now, they can get everything from hip hop. Like they could get the shit that makes them feel tough, and the shit that talks about their feelings, all under one artist even. Because you got Juice Wrld making these emo anthems, but you also got 1 hour freestyle Juice Wrld, and he made all kinds of crazy different music.
Crazy
you know?
shit. Exactly.
Do you feel like? Oh, it's kind of a unique situation you're in because you're still pushing hard with your solo career, but then you also are kind of trying to do the behind the scenes fucking with like a younger artist like him. Which one do you get like more pleasure from, and how do they both fit your personality?
A little bit of both, you know, both. I would say I get pleasure out of course, you know, pursuing my music career because that's what I'm passionate about. But I get pleasure out of, you know, just seeing that and being a part of that kind of stuff too, just being, you know, knowing like I if it's been 30 days or however long, I seen him go from 0 to 100 quick, you know what I'm saying? And just being able to, you know, that's my little brother, you know, he lit, he a bigger artist than me for sure, 100%, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody know that, he know that, but he probably called me for guidance or called me, you know, like that. You feel that's still my little brother, so to be able to still mold and, you know, try to help him and cultivate an artist and still be able to have my brand on the side, 150 Dream Team, while I'm building my artist, you know, because I still want to be that too. So it's just me going through the motions of, you know, being an artist that I want to be and have that set in stone in my career. Like, all right, he did this as far as being an artist. This what he completed, you know, and this what he did as far as being a CEO and a businessman, you know.
Is there a side of it where like you
role model, so and such and such?
But is there a side of it where I feel like you sort of like when you came in the game that you didn't really have anybody guiding you to how to make the right decisions, and that you are able to sort of be that person for him? Is that like kind of you like being able to see that he's actually like doing shit right on the industry level?
Yeah. I mean, and we got like as far as from like me and Baby and, you know, everybody else he got around and G Money, you know, Baby Brother. And like, you know, our homies and everybody that he got around because he young, like the mistakes that I might have made or Baby probably made, we not gonna let him make for sure, you know, like, because we got him, you know, we got his back, we got his best interest at heart, you know, and probably if I had that, like I did have it on like a big brother standpoint, you know, like Mickey Halstead, my big bro, he like as far as guidance, but like at the time when I was doing music, I never had like another artist that was reaching out to me and telling me, all right, the industry full of this, and you gonna run into this, and this, that, and the third, and you should do this, and don't worry about this, and don't pay attention to that, you know, like I ain't never really had that, you feel me, and he got that, you know, with me and Baby and with other people, everybody fuck with him, Yachty fuck with him, Ozzy fuck with him, you know, everybody fuck with him, you feel me, so.
Yeah, that is a weird thing, just to see everybody like embracing people so much nowadays. It seems like people just know that that's the way. Like you don't need to just beef with somebody because they coming into your slot.
It was a lot of bitter shit going on in the music industry, you know, early on a few years ago, but now people seeing it's so much money out here. Everybody like, why you hating on him? You rich, you rich, you rich, you rich, you rich. We all rich. What the fuck is we hating on each other for? We could embrace each other and make it look better. We could embrace each other, make more money together. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we better about, you know, so. Even if you better or the next person better or making more money than you, it don't matter. Like, well, from my perspective, you know what I'm saying? Because I come from nothing. If I come from nothing and I done made so much out of my situation, I don't care how better you are than me or how much money you got than me, because I ain't never had no money. And now I'm taking care of my whole family and everybody who anywhere near me, you know, because we never seen any of this coming, so. I feel like I'm winning regardless, you know, so why not embrace the next man, you feel me? That's just my perspective, and I think even if the next person don't have that perspective, the industry and the world is just so full of followers and rave riders, they gonna do it just because it's cool to embrace the next artist now, you know, and it's cool to not be a hater, not dick riding, it's cool to show love, you feel me? It's cool to be a real nigga now, so if being a real nigga back in style, everybody gonna try to be a real nigga, you know, even if you ain't a real nigga.
Yeah, I feel you. Because you know, I was in the studio with Juice a couple months ago, and like, you know, there's a bunch of people in the studio with him, and then I went to the studio with Keith like 2 days later. It's like all the same people. It was like shitload of the same people. I was like, damn, the fucking Chicago dudes seem like they really stick together out here.
Yeah, that's who we been, like that's who we with every day, you know, like as far as us and Sosa and them, especially if we not in Chicago. Like, 'cause in Chicago, we from different areas of the city. You know, we got different families, different hoods, all that. So we gonna be where, of course, we from. But out here in L.A., Atlanta, wherever else, we gonna stick together. We are all here together. You feel me? So if we bump into Sosa and them somewhere, we all together. We are one at that point, in that moment. You feel me? So, of course, and it's good to see that Chicago. It feel good to know that we getting to, and that's because we getting money now. Ain't no egos or big eyes or little U's, none of that, you know. So everybody able to just get money, make more money, you know what I'm saying? Congratulate the next man, you feel me? Help each other. We gonna all push each other, you know, to get bigger.
For sure. Yeah, actually, before we get off the Juice topic, I asked him, I said, you got any questions for Herbo? He said, tell him to run me that 10K for basketball back.
Run him the 10K.
You scammed
Juice
him?
Wrld scared, man. He know what's going on with me. I bust his ass for that 10,000. He want to run it back. He really was supposed to run it back for 50. We could be in the middle at 20, though. we could meet in the middle of the dub, Juice Wrld, man. You know, you little bro. I'm gonna call you after this interview. We gonna set it up, man. Put it together. You know, that's little bro.
What's your honest opinion of him as a basketball player?
He probably used to be good, man. He like, you could tell he a little, you know, he know a little couple moves. He know how to dribble the ball. He's strong, a little orthodox with it. But you could tell that boy been doing drugs for 5 years straight. Heavy drugs, all that shit that made him record Lucid Dreams and Waste It and Lean With Me, that shit right there. But no, look, yeah, all right though, man. But I used to really play basketball. Like, I took that shit serious. So Juice Wrld know he can't fuck with me.
Right.
We gonna play for that money. He know he can't fuck with me, man.
That's a lucid dream of his.
Yeah, that's a lucid dream, Juice Wrld, man.
When it comes to the drug thing, though, like, how do you feel about that? Because, like, I look at him sometimes, too, and, I mean, he talks about it pretty candidly in his music, so it ain't really no reason to avoid talking about it. But do you worry about him and his drug use?
No, man. I don't worry about him. He cool, man. Little bro doing him, man. He not really, like, he's not a junkie. Like, he, you know, like, he's not, it's not to a point where we like, oh, shit, let's worry about Juice, you know. He just freely and openly talks about him doing drugs, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got problems. Everybody got vices and demons. They fighting for whatever reasons. And I do the same thing, you know. I had my drug of choice over, you know what I'm saying, my lifetime, my career, whatever, you know, so, yeah, I ain't never got to a point where I'm judging him, you know.
I'm just chilling with Adam, yeah, I'm just chilling with Adam, I'm just chilling with Adam, look, that's the host of Adam, I'm just chilling with Adam.